What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not
Not
another damn
another damn podcast.
presented by
Our damn self.
themselves. Episode 282, kid.
282. Yes.
On this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fall October weekend. Man. It's like 80 degrees on Saturday. I know climate change is real, but I'll take that climate change. I ain't gonna play it. That was a beautiful thing, yeah. So definitely enjoyed my weekend. Me and the lady, we decided to partake in the Universal Circus. Yeah.
And I was supposed to go this past weekend.
I know, yeah, we're supposed to make it a whole family thing.
But I've had things
it was like,
work.
yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it.
It's been really crazy. I've been crazy busy. Yeah, that's all I say. But yeah.
Still had a great time. Yeah. You know, nice. The circus brings out the inner kid in all of us. Like
it does. It does.
It's a feel-good moment. That's what I like going. I've only been to Universal a handful of times, but as a kid, we used to go to the circus all the time, whether it was the Shrine Circus or Ringling Brothers or whatever. But Universal is always a feel-good moment. Lady enjoyed it, of course. Yeah, you know, they have like the whole, like, yeah. My guy, the little guy was still there. Yeah.
Yeah, Zeke.
Yeah.
He's funny. Like, yeah, he's really entertaining.
You know, he reminds me, he looks like a miniature Ricky Smiley. That's what Zeke reminds me.
Yeah, he does. Now you said he looks like Ricky Smiley.
He look like
Ricky.
He
does like Ricky. I was trying to figure out who he looked like. I was like, he looks like somebody.
Yeah, mini Ricky, we're gonna call
Nice.
And they had the little kids dance off. They did, of course, like, yeah. Wonder if Ari or one of them would have went up for that part.
Ari probably would do it. I think Ari would probably do it.
But it's a really good time. Them bikers always scare the shit out of me. Like when they be like shooting over, you know.
Yeah.
Because we were like the way we were sitting, like we were like first we were right in the front row, like and we were like right there by the ramp. It's like so that thing was like it was right there.
That happened one year when Ari was like maybe about 2. We were like right by the tunnel, like right here on the side. And like they were
by the tunnel up front.
They were coming out the tunnel.
Yeah, we were on the side where they landed. That's where we were at. Yeah, on the landing side, right. We are right in the front of the landing side, so it felt like the bikes were gonna fall on top of you. Because
Ari was like, loud, like they'd be super loud.
But had a great time. Shout out to the I forgot what they were calling, like the clowns, like the hip hop clowns, like that.
Yeah, they like crump, like how like the crump clown looks like that.
I don't think they called them that, but that's what they were basically, like the crump clowns.
Yeah. Like Tommy the Clown, like years ago.
Reminded me of that. Yeah. But good time by all. Yeah.
So I used to like going to the circus all the time. That's a pre-pandemic. We went every year. And then it even got where I would do like play dates with Ari's friends. So we would do that.
The last time I went was like it was during one of those play dates. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got up and did the dance off with the
You dance, yeah.
It's like have they didn't do the adult dance off this time. They did it back then though, yeah.
Right.
The Oz man got up there and said, show off my skills, baby.
Long as you didn't like Elaine from Seinfeld doing the Elaine dance. The Elaine.
Hilarious.
But that's awesome, though. Glad that you get to get out and enjoy, you know, some of this good weather, and things are, like I said, starting to cycle and feel somewhat normal. Like I said, somewhat.
Yeah, because 2020 and 2021.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. This is the first time the circus is back since 2019. That's the last time.
Right. Because we went in 2019 because we went on, I want to say we went on, well, now it's Indigenous People Day. We went on because we were all off work. All the kids were, you know, everybody was off school work. So we said, let's go on that day. So then we went and we was like, yeah. Okay. We was like, yeah, next year, let's, you know, like, yeah, we'll see you next year.
Next year, yeah. Ain't been back since.
And it was like, huh? But, you know, I might try to get next week because I know that they extended because like this weekend was supposed to be the last week, but they extended it a week to Halloween. So I might get to go next week. I must see if I can make it happen. You know, I think it would be hopefully the weather cooperates. Hopefully. I mean, I don't want to be like this, but if it's like 60-ish, then I'll be fine with it being like 60 degrees. I just don't want to be in the 40s because that was trash when it was in the 40s. Like I don't want that weather.
How was your weekend?
Oh, my weekend was good. We went to a birthday party for Marcus's coworker, and it was like a birthday / going away party because she's actually moving out of state. So we went and we hung out. Nice day party. You know, as adults, we like day parties because you're done by like 8:30. Yay! You get to go home.
Yeah, with the circus because they got they have 3 shows on Saturday. Yeah, you got the early one. It's like 11:30, 12. Then they got the one like 3 p.m. and then the 7 p.m. So we definitely going to the 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, yeah.
You get back at a decent time.
Exactly.
7 is like we doing 3. Like I ain't trying.
3 o'clock. I like the 3 o'clock show too.
You go to that 7, you're not leaving till like 10 o'clock, and like let's go to 3.
Yeah, like
1, and then you back home by like 7:30 by then.
Yep.
You can chill out, enjoy the rest of your night.
It was like the party was like from 5 to 9, so it was like perfect. Like, okay, nice day party, you know. So, and I was doing my practicing my skills. I was true to form. I was showing people, like the DJ was playing like all the line dances, so I was showing people how to do the line dances. You know me, I'm a line dance queen, so I was showing that. So, you need help with line dances?
Trying to find out who the DJ was at the circus. I didn't see. You know me, I would like to holler at the DJ, introduce myself and everything.
I know.
Couldn't find him though, yeah. So DJ was being incognito. Then again, when I DJ, I like being not being able to be found too. So I guess
exactly. Hey, you're like, okay.
The DJ, like, okay, just go somewhere. Go over there somewhere.
Like I want to just blend in. I want to blend in.
Go over there somewhere, bro.
But that's what's up. That's what's up.
Chicago Bears played Monday nights. We ain't got to talk about they sorry asses, at least. Thankfully.
Why are they playing Monday Night Football though? Like, why? Like,
they make the schedule before they knew they were going to suck. That schedule comes out like in July.
Yeah.
Back then, it's like, it was way more hope, but not so much now. Now it's like, we're going to get a nice pick. That's what people are saying now about the pick. Bears gonna get a nice draft pick. That's where you at now.
So that's what I'll be hearing tomorrow night. Monday football.
Yeah. Well, I started on a little bit of a serious note, I guess. Rest in peace to my former boss. My first boss, actually, Sheila. You remember
remember Sheila?
Towns, yeah, Clifton Towns. Yeah, like I just saw her husband posted on Facebook that she just died. I'm like, oh wow. She looked very nice lady. That's like, yeah, my first job, Dunkin' Donuts back in the day, because her uncle, Clifton Towns, like who a lot of people remember Clifton Towns, like he was a local businessman.
He
owned some Checkers, some Dunkin' Donuts. Like he I think he did accounting was his main hustle. Yeah. Owned like several businesses. Yeah.
That makes sense. Cause like, yeah, you know the ins and outs of like business and taxes and stuff. So that makes sense if he was an accountant.
Yeah. And let's just tell the story how it happened. Yeah, this is like he used to sponsor when you were in grammar school. He sponsored like the honor roll or something. It's the honor.
Yeah, it was like if you were like a top student,
yeah.
The top student in like the class. So I think what they do, like the top 5 students of the class, so that you would get like a special recognition or whatnot, and not tooting my horn, but I was always in the top of my class. I always was. But, you know, I would get like the little
free checkers. And all
I would get the little medals. You know, my mom still has those medals in her house somewhere. I let her keep that. She can keep that. I don't need that. But
my mom got all of my school awards.
She has all those medals.
Take none of
whatnot. It was just like a little like extra incentive. Like think about back in the day, like remember the Pepsi wheel where like you would get like the Pepsi wheel and get stuff like that. Like, you know, just something to just kind of motivate the kids to like want to do education. Like education is cool. So that type of stuff. So you would
Around
get
the
like
time you were finishing up grammar school, I was like finishing high school. You were still in grammar, you weren't finishing up, but when you were like in that honors
in that honor, yeah, in that age
I
group.
was like, yeah, leaving high school. I knew I wasn't going to college at that time.
Right.
So mom asked Clifton Towns about, hey, you got any jobs for my son?
Yeah, my son need a job.
He was like, well, not in checkers, like we kind of tight, but I do own a couple of Dunkin' Donuts as well. So like, I said, fine, yeah. So like, they send me down to the which is now a Dunkin' Donuts again.
Dunkin' Donuts again.
Yeah, which Sheila was the manager, his niece. Like, yeah, she
Mhm.
managed that Dunkin'. That was her store that he.
Right.
And she gave me my first job. So rest in peace, Sheila Towns. I still don't know what happened. I just saw, because I knew her husband back then too, which is like another story. Her husband is Brian Anthony. For those that don't know, he was a radio jock back then.
That's right. That's right.
He worked with GCI like back in the 80s and early 90s. By the time I met him, he was at the infamous 106 Jams during that time. So it's my y'all, if you're around our age and like and we're listening to hip hop radio, you definitely remember 106 Jams.
Definitely remember that, yeah.
Hip Hop Lives, yeah, with Sam and Dave and AJ Parker and who else? Courtney Hicks, Mike Fox. I'm going to hold it. Peak House and Ferris at night. It's like y'all remember that shit, all of that shit.
Yeah. High school for me, like late grammar school and
reading First Lady in the morning. You remember
First Lady? Yep, that was late grammar school going to high school for me. Yeah.
Brian, he was working with them. I think he was doing weekends at the time, and he would come up to because his lady was there. They were dating at the time before they got married. Yeah, so he'd come up to Dunkin' Donuts and be hanging out. And me, I knew I wasn't gonna do this donut shit forever, so I would talk to her. I was like, "How I get it right? I want to do what you doing. How I get in that business." Like
you did what we say. You sat under the learning tree and you were trying to learn.
Yeah. Back
then. The tree, and
it's like the it's like the mid 90s, yeah, like something like that. Yes, I'll just pick his brain, like, hey, like, yeah, how I get. And he said, well, it's just like any other job, gotta go to school for it.
Yeah,
so I pursued Kennedy King College. Yeah, like
broadcast journalism. That's the technical name.
You kind of say the seed for me pursuing a radio career was kind of planted there at Dunkin' Donuts with chopping it up with Brian.
Nice.
But yeah, I saw he just posted earlier this week that Sheila, she's no longer with us. So rest in peace. Very nice lady. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Sheila.
Condolences going out to Brian and his entire family.
Yeah, condolences to the family. Sorry for your loss on that.
Yeah. But just had to put that out there because I saw it on my sister. I got this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like not only my first job, but also my intro to radio, like
intro to radio, yeah.
So radio cat I actually knew because we listen to cats on the radio all the time, but like actually know somebody that is.
Actually know somebody and be like,
the guy on the radio, and then he's like in front of you like an hour later, like I just heard you on the radio. Yeah, hey, you come by if you got off the air, like you come up to the say, we're just listening to you. It was like it was a cool thing back then. Now I am that guy. Like, it's just funny when people tell me now that they used to listen to me like when they were their jobs before radio. Like, yeah, I used to work nights. Yeah, Oz man got me through the nights. I'm like, wow, now I am that guy. Yeah. Funny how life works out like that.
Yeah, you never know who you're inspiring. That's why I would say, like, try to like leave something positive when you do stuff. Try to put out. I mean, I know it's easy for us to be snarky and to be cynical and to be whatever, but try to put out some positivity every now and then. Try to put that out because you don't know like who you could be inspiring, influencing. So at least just try to do that is what I say to people.
Yeah. So let's get into it.
Oh boy.
Still talking about Ye, of course, because of course we're still talking about Ye. That's why I wanted to get the important stuff out of the way because I don't know how long this is gonna carry. Because when it comes to Ye, it tends to like go on. It's never ending at this point. Yeah.
The never ending story. Kanye Ye West. That's the meme. The never ending story. He's the never ending story. That's what he should just be now. At this point. What did Mr. West do? What has Mr. Ye
like the mother of the daughter of George Floyd? Yeah. So did that make sense? How I said I don't want to say it the hood way, but I will. Like George Floyd's baby mama,
Yeah,
basically,
his
the
ex.
mother of his daughter. Yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah, the child's mother. Okay.
Hit Kanye a $250 million lawsuit. They hit Kanye with that,
Ooh.
which we knew that was coming. Yeah, because like after well, here's the thing about that with me. If you watch, well, a lot of people didn't get to see that. This is where we left off last week when I said I think I'm gonna watch Drink Champs. Like I did, yeah. Before it was pulled off the internet. Let's go back before we even get to the lawsuit. How we got here? I forgot. Like a lot happened in this past 7 days since we recorded. Before it's like we because the last time we left off, Drink Champs, it had just went up that weekend. I said, I'm gonna check out, Kanye. Every time he's ever been on that show, it's been like fascinating. It's like a 3-hour conversation, and then you never know where Kanye is gonna carry with those Drink Champs interviews. I'm always into them. They're always pretty fascinating, and I don't know, yeah, definitely.
So he just lets it hang out.
And so where we left off at is when I was going to watch it, and which I did, but like right when I was getting near the end of it, I probably got about 80% the way through it. And then when I left to go from the house into the car, when I tried to pull it up back in the car, it's like it was never there. It wasn't even in my history at all. Like because I was watching the YouTube version of it, which I should have been suspicious all the way because like I couldn't find the audio version at all, like on the app, and the Black Effects iHeart podcast rig, which is Black Effect, but we know who really owns that. I'm not gonna say what Kanye was talking about in like the Black Effect iHeart podcast network. I found the Drink Champs, but I couldn't find that interview. The last one I saw was the week before, which was Bootsy. I was like, okay, they didn't upload the Kanye, so something's up. Like I said, let me watch this now because it might not be here. Like, sure enough, I didn't even make it all the way through. I got about 80% of the way through. When I got in the car to like listen to the rest of it,
it was gone.
It wasn't even in my history. Not like so a lot of times it'd be a broken link. It'd be in the history. You could say, oh, this is a video no longer exists. Like, none of that. It's like it wasn't even in the history of like, yeah, like when I went back to like my history of videos, it was like a video I had watched like the day before. I was like, okay, so it's like it's never even there. Like they deleted that shit. You can't even find the broken link for it. It just was gone. I was like, okay, well, wow. So it was gone. And then during the interview, I have you while you probably not because it was gone. I
haven't gotten a chance to get it. Yeah,
but you heard like the controversial part that the part that the media is pushing, and I'm gonna tell you the part the media is not talking about. Which they take this down. Okay, oh well, I gotta say what I gotta say. I don't give a shit. Yeah, but is we this Chicago, we ain't scared. It's like yeah,
yeah.
God damn it, yeah. But yeah, the part that when he was talking about George Floyd's family, that's what not George Floyd, he was talking about George Floyd. He's like, but he was referring to the Candace Owens document, which we also talked about last week.
Right.
I watched as well. The biggest lie ever sold to George Floyd and BLM. Like that's like, yeah. And he basically said, you see that, yeah, they hit him with the fentanyl. Yeah, the guy's knee wasn't even on his neck like that, which is all showed in the documentary. Kanye wasn't just pulling all this out of his ass. It's stuff he saw in the documentary. So to hit him with a $250 million lawsuit, why didn't you sue Candace Owens? That's who he's referring to. Why not sue the Daily Wire, which produced the thing? Is like, yeah. Because Kanye got the money. That's why.
Candace Owens don't have $250 million.
Yeah, that's why. That's why you want. It's about the money. It's not because you don't feel that wrong. Just like let's get the money because like he's just refer. So if I review a movie and like if you do a movie review, can you get sued for that now? Is that where we at? Even if you say something dumb in it, he was referring to the documentary with that part. Yeah. He's like, yeah, if you see, he said, yeah, like you see in the Candace Owens documentary, yeah, the guy's knee wasn't even on his neck like that, like he said that, but he was referring to the documentary. He wasn't just, these weren't his words. Like the slavery was a choice, like and stuff like that was his words.
That's his words. Yeah, we ain't claiming that. You on your own, buddy, with that.
This one he was talking about the documentary because, like I said, I watched it and he specifically said, yeah, in the documentary you see that. But they did show that as like, but that was like I said, we said last week on the podcast, like that was the whole defense's argument.
That's a defense because
That's
like they're
what
trying
they
to get their
presented.
client off.
Because otherwise, like, what's your defense? It's like, yeah, it's okay.
Mhm.
Like, you put your knee on this guy's neck till he died. It's like, yeah. Now tell your side. Like, that's now it's their side. It's like, yeah, well, he had the knee, but at the same time, he had a lethal dose of fentanyl in his system too. So like, it could have been either or they killed him. And that was like what the defense presented. So like, but obviously the jury didn't go for that shit. They said, nice try, Mr. Chauvin, and he got found guilty, and he's probably never gonna get out of jail. With but if you look at what Kanye said, he never said that he said in the documentary specifically is what he said. They hit him.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? Do you think they got a well, it depends on the jury of this. Like, yeah, but so you think George Floyd's family got a case?
I mean, it kind of depends on it. Like, we don't know what type of lawyer they got. And because it's Kanye West, they know he got a lot of money. But Kanye isn't just
who knows, like they might just be trying to get a settlement.
Yeah, exactly.
Expect this to go to trial. Like, yeah, well,
exactly.
Give us 50 million and we'll
go away.
It could just be like trying to get.
But Kanye really just going to give away $50 million?
Kanye would rather lose everything than give away 50 million.
See what I mean? So it's a mixed bag. It could go either way because, like, honestly, I don't think that this may ever see the light of day. This trial, I don't think it's going to be a trial. I personally don't.
It's probably going to be a settlement, or is it going to be a settlement, or it's going to get dismissed out?
Dismissed. It's going to be one or the other. Yeah.
You some of the documentary. If you got any beef with it, is with Candace Owens and the Daily Wire. It's not with him. Like, he was talking about their documentary. Like, it's going to either be dismissed because of that, or if you don't want to trial at all, Kanye would be like, okay, let's just settle. Like, yeah, like what name your amount? Like, yeah,
name your amount. Yeah.
40 million, 50 million. Like, what do we got to do to like not go to trial? Yeah. And
we see that happen
all along. That happens.
People see that happen all the time.
And be like, yeah, like
you aim high.
50, but yeah, if you give us 40, we'll go away. It might be.
Yeah, because let's say you only want 30, and then you say I'm suing for 200 million. I'll give you 50. You only want 30. Now you 20 million ahead. See?
Yeah. So it could have been that.
Yeah, but.
But they are weighing their options because I just saw on TMZ as well that they're considering including Candace Owens in this lawsuit. So who knows? Yeah. Because like if for them to have a case, they would have to include her.
Right.
Like why kill the messenger and you didn't even go after the person
who did.
You didn't sue them at all. It's like, So like for them, they might just be doing that to cover themselves and say, well, we did go after her too. Like they might. I did see that, and she said that, hey, like, Candace Owens, she got a lot of mouth too.
She has a lot of mouth, but at the end of the day,
my documentary told no lies. They're simply angry that we exposed theirs and they're and we are ruining PR for BLM. That's what she said in her.
But at the end of the day, it's like you don't want that smoke with the money. She can have all the mouth that she wants to, but you don't want none of that money to come after you because you ain't got it. You don't have the deep pockets like that. You don't.
Not a billionaire, you probably got a few million, but
you got a few million. I'm sure. I won't Google her net worth right now. I won't do that, but it's like
her husband is he's on. Well, Kanye is about to buy the
part. Oh yeah, the conservative.
Yeah, the
whatever
conservative
social media,
Twitter, basically.
Yeah, social media platform.
And he's buying that from and people say, "Oh, her husband is a CEO of that." So okay, so
that makes sense.
This could be a whole thing. Why Kanye and her
that's the whole thing.
Wanted to buy Parler. It might be the whole. Thing.
And of course, it's like, of course, I'm going to align with him because if it's going to mean my husband's going to make this money off of it, okay,
whole thing
that's a business deal
all along. And I have another theory about Candace Owens as well, too, like why she's teaming up with Kanye. Because if you have been paying attention, she's been going after the Kardashians lately, too, for being so is this all a plot, really to bring them down? Me align with her ex-husband, and tear the Kardashians.
The Kardashians are they are 6-head monster. They are or 7 if you count Chris with it. They're a juggernaut. They are.
They're Thanos, yeah.
They're a juggernaut. They are.
They Thanos with the
They're
stone.
a juggernaut. They are.
It was
And
Kris Jenner, Thanos, and then each kid is like the Infinity Stone. Like put the Photoshop that shit.
So I guess Rob just doesn't. Rob is the ball head.
Nobody gives a shit about Rob, to be honest.
Rob is the one that gets left out.
Nobody cares.
Five
about
girls.
Rob.
5 girls for Rob. Nobody cares about Rob.
Nobody cares about Rob.
No, but that's funny though, because the whole thing is, it's like Ray J, like that's why Ray J, like all his, like he's proving all his receipts and showing all that now. And my thing is, it's too little too late, because you could have ended this before you even started, but you didn't.
Oh, and Candace Owens is movie premiere for her documentary.
I saw Ray J there.
I was about to say Kanye was a guest. Who else was there? Ray J.
I saw Ray
Kanye
J.
and
with
Ray
them.
J were there together. That's hilarious.
My comment that I wrote, I said they just need to go ahead and do a Watch the Throne album. Kanye and
yeah, and Ray, let's go.
Jay and Ray, just go
Ray.
for it.
Yeah,
and then first single could be Same Girl Part 2. There you go.
or a
there
remix, yeah.
There you go. Make it happen.
Or the girl is mine. They take portions,
the hoe is mine.
they portions from Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney and Brandy and Monica, like combine the two.
Do like that. The hoe is mine.
Oh, it's mine.
From what was that? Brown Sugar. There you go. The hip hop Dalmatians. So you go ahead and do it. Go ahead and just do it. I mean, at this point, I'm all for the foolishness. Like 2022 is just showing a lot of foolishness.
I hit it first, but I made the bitch famous.
But without me, you wouldn't even know this chick's name. Because without Ray J, you wouldn't even know her name.
But she became a billionaire under Ye. She's just a reality star with you. Let's do it, man.
If any of this actually happens, then we'll be watching back. And then remember, this episode 282 and Not Another Damn Podcast, and we want to get our coins. Right? Remember this episode.
It's funny and stupid all at the same time. Oh my God. What you got, kid?
Oh, the foolishness.
I got some more foolishness, but I'll let you go.
I'll go into my foolishness. If we want to talk about just shit that just keeps on, just never stopping. 50 Cent, the beef that he has with his child, with Marquise, it's like, 50 is like beefing with his 25-year-old son. Apparently, he was paying $6,700 a month in child support. And his son, they were saying that it wasn't enough or something. Like his son said he couldn't live off of $6,700 a month. You do the math, that's like $80,000 a year. And he would say it wasn't enough. And then 50 is like, Negro, you 25. Like
you're not a kid.
Like, Negro, you 25. And then
you're 25. You're not a kid anymore.
And then his son hit him with the line from the Tyler Perry movie where he said, "I'll pay you $6,700 to spend a day with me. Is that worth your time?" He hit with the time. You know that Tyler Perry movie when she was with the guy. I make $25 an hour. You know that part in the movie. With last girl, he looked like he was 30. He was a teenager, but
the dude looked like Scarface and shit.
He like Scarface. You know what movie I'm talking about? What was the name of that? Meet the Browns. There you go. That was the name of the movie. I can't think of the name of it at first. But yeah, his son is having beef with him. But it's getting interesting because from what another meme I saw, because I have to like check the validity, but it's been shared around, so it could be some truth to this. They said initially 50 was paying a substantial amount more to his child's mother. He was paying her like $40,000 a month or something like that. And then I guess she was trying to up the ante. And after they ran the numbers again, then they reduced her to $6,700.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're getting $40,000 a month, like, what's there to complain about? Like,
and you're a grown man and shit. Yeah.
No, I said back when he was when he was under the age. Like, yeah, when he was under the age. No, when he was under the age. Yeah, when he was actually a child, when he was actually a minor. She was
say, nigga, please. I was gonna say now.
He was getting $40,000 at first, but then I guess she tried to, because that was a lesson saying like, so ladies, learn your lesson. Like when you listen to your friend, like, yeah, you know, you can get more money, go and take them to child. It's like, when they run the numbers and they see the math, your number might get reduced, because I've seen that happen numerous times when girls try to up the ante and yeah, I'm gonna get more. And it's like, no, you end up getting less. So, but I mean, I think the whole thing is just kind of messy. I'm obviously not in these people's relationship, so I don't know 50 or I don't know his son. But from the surface, it looked like initially at first it seemed like they had a good relationship, because his son was in the video, he was in the Wankster video, because he looks just like 50. He looks exactly like his father. And he was in the video with him. And then another thing that they had on MTV, like, he was like, yeah, this is my boss right here, talking about his son, So it seemed like they had like at least he was in his child's life, at least. So I don't know what happened between that when his son was he was like a little bit older than Ari. Maybe he was like maybe 8 or 9. He looked a little bit bigger than Ari. But I don't know what happened in that time frame from like that until now, because lately, it's like these last few years, his son has just been like, fuck him, like basically by his father. So I don't know what happened. Like,
mad because he didn't get cast as Kanan and Raising Kanan. You look at the kid, that he does look like a young ass 50 Cent.
That should be his son. Yeah, he should just cast his son.
You should have cast him as Kanan in the Raising Kanan, which the finale airs Sunday night. So yeah,
like, you could put money in his pocket like that way. And then he don't have to
need a child support. You get them stars checks. Then it's like you don't need child support if you get stars checks.
But it just makes you wonder, like, what happens. I think I have a theory sometimes. Like I said, don't come after me, ladies. But sometimes, if a relationship ends badly, it's like, yes, he may not have been a good boyfriend, partner, whatever to you, but let the person be a father to their kid. Just because your relationship ended doesn't mean that a relationship should not happen with your child. So because he chose another chick over you or chose a career or whatever the case may be, don't hold on to that anger and be like, and keeping your child away, because the dangerous thing that happens that a lot of ladies will do is they'll keep, and we've seen it happen in our own family, where they'll keep a child away from a father. And then if you're just with your mother can tell you, your father don't care about you. He don't want to see you. But you're keeping the child away from the father. The father could be making every effort to see the child, but you're...
a lot of times the child might not even find that out until they get an adult.
We had that happen in our family.
They can reach out on their own and have their own relationship with the father, and they realize that you've been trying to reach out to me all this time. My mother said
20 years you've been trying to reach me.
Shit. It's like, and then
mom was telling me that you wasn't trying to reach me.
And then y'all, as adults, have a good relationship, yeah. But as a kid, it's like, yeah, you couldn't because your mama got in the way of that.
She was feeding you all that stuff, telling you, like, doing stuff like this. Like, if it's like
when you turn 18, you could build your own relationship with them. It's like they can't do shit then.
Doing stuff like this, like if it was your weekend to have your child, like you're supposed to have your child on the weekends, and then you have it like for example, like, okay, I plan for us to go to Universal Circuit. I already bought the tickets. I got everything. We gonna go out to dinner afterwards, and then all of a sudden she goes out of town with the child. We going out of town. You knew it was my weekend.
Last minute, yeah.
You knew that we were gonna go to this. You knew that I planned this weekend for us to go to the circus. You knew I already set all this up, and then you go out of town. But then while you're out of town, the child, your father ain't want to see you. And to a child hearing that, you only have one side of the story. So you only are getting what your mom is telling you. And if your mom is telling you your dad don't want to see you, he don't want this, he don't want that, then you start to resent your father. And it may not even be for a reason. It may not even be for a particular reason.
Legitimate. Yeah.
It's not even a legitimate reason why you don't like your father.
It's been bullshit the whole time.
So, I mean, I'm hoping that, at some point it gets a resolution, because we always say that you only have one mother, you only have one father. So, and we both would love to have our father back. So it's like, just make that relationship happen. Like, if you got your father here still, like, if he's not fucked up, like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously some people you out to like.
Yeah, then why fuck that up? Yeah.
Right. If he's a toxic, if he actually is a toxic person who will bring you down, don't let that be in your life. But, it's just because, okay, my mom and him didn't work out. That's not a reason to not want to be around your father. But the best of luck to 50 and Marquise. The best of luck to them.
And how about some more clown shit? Let's talk about this right here. Fresh and fit again. This time, yeah, you got clowns teaming up with another clown, fresh because DJ Academics, he appeared on there. And I'm gonna run this video like if it gets taken down, I don't give a shit. But I totally forgot all about the Kanye stuff. I'm gonna get back to that though. But we definitely gonna do this. Fresh and Fit, DJ Academics. Like, let me set the backstory before I share this video. It's like it was a girl that was on the Academics. But one of the girls that was on there, she's had a deep voice for whatever reason. It's like, yeah, like they just kept roasting this girl about having a deep voice. Yeah, well, you'll see in the video like what happens with DJ Academics with him acting like a bitch, if you ask my opinion. Yeah. So here's the video. Let's roll it. We're not gonna roll this whole thing because Fresh and Fit will try to delete your shit. So it's DJ Academics right here. He's just gonna be going in at this one girl.
And they all look like nice looking girls. Like they all look very model. They look modelish to me. They look like models to me. They have like exotic looks about them. They look modelish to me. So
and for whatever reason, he was just obsessed with the one girl that had a deep voice. Let's do. Can you hear that? I don't hear it. Oh, I muted it. That's why. Never mind. That's unmute.
Deep, or at least you got like the we're fucking voice.
Why? You want me to make a little bit of noise?
No,
like
I'm just saying. If I heard Pop Smoke talking from heaven while I'm stroking, I'm soft. Real rap.
But you have to lose some weight until you can see your dick, nigga.
Oh.
So the girl came back at him about having being a fat nigga. This the girl right here with the deep voice, the one sitting in the corner, right?
Okay, I see her now. I could see her first. Yeah.
It's her, yeah. And so so now he's just gonna completely lose it now because obviously you could tell like that's a sensitive subject with Academics is his weight and shit.
Which we all have something sensitive that we're about. So
even look at Fresh, he's been laughing at that shit.
She got that.
Oh shit. So you're saying wait. So you're saying that if I lose some weight and I become your broke ass bitch ass boyfriend, right? Oh shit. No. And I start fucking with a masculine bitch like you with fake titties, right? With a fucking tattoo on your face.
Yeah, nigga.
Masculine as shit.
Yes.
How are you gonna be sounding?
How I'm gonna be sounding?
Yeah.
Nigga, what the fuck? Or it's different, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, bitches like fat niggas like you, so what's the problem, nigga?
As you said, it is women that like fat dudes.
There's women who like big guys.
This ain't one of them. So why are you mad? It's like, yeah, let's continue.
Bitches love rich nigga like me.
Rich?
I bet your boyfriend ain't
And
rich like
what's
me.
the matter?
I bet your boyfriend ain't rich like me.
But he can fuck me better than you would, so.
You hear what she said? He's like, I'm a rich nigga, said, but my boyfriend can fuck me better than you would. So she don't care about your money. It's like he started playing the money card, and now he's really about to act like a bitch.
And that's what whack dudes do.
So these Academics, you could tell was a lame that was money. You could tell
a lame with money.
He was a lame dude till he started.
He was a lame until he got money.
He became DJ Academics and got money. She was like, yeah, I'm a rich nigga and shit. Yeah. She's like, but he can still fuck me better than you. Like, I think she's married too. She got a ring. So like, yeah, it might be a boy. It might be her husband.
Yeah.
The guy
or at least engaged. She has a partner. She at least has like she has living stuff, living dick, basically.
The guy is her guy, basically.
Yeah, she has some.
But I bet you live in a fucking Section 8 housing and I live in a fucking mansion with
You still unhappy because if you wasn't unhappy, you wasn't being
exactly. She said, "You unhappy? Yeah,
you unhappy. Money doesn't.
You coming at me, so you obviously unhappy. You don't care how much money you got."
Who said she's living in a Section 8 home? Who said that she's living?
He in his feelings now. He's emotional. Look at this. Look at his face.
Yeah, he's emotional as hell.
Look at the other face. Look at him. Like
he like.
I don't know where Fresh, but Fresh was over here rolling earlier.
You know that people do that when they laugh. Black people we laugh like
aggressive in your room.
I might get a bit of my yo, turn my shit up. I love this.
I want to see what
you unhappy, baby. Like you got to stop like be acting like weird because you're just unhappy.
No,
it's not my problem if you unhappy. Like I'm very happy with my life.
What do you think will happen?
Because you do that, like being weird.
No. I'm asking you a question. You sound like hold on. Relax, Shirley. Your man ain't here, and he couldn't afford to get in this building. Okay, let me take.
There, go back with the money shit again. It's like And if her man was there, he wouldn't be talking shit like that. To
Yeah,
her.
you want to talk like that. You're not crazy.
The reason he's talking is because her man ain't there.
Her man's not there. You don't want to get a fist in the jaw.
Notice he only got this energy for women, not for dudes. But
Mhm.
we gonna roast academics.
Say this.
Disrespectful.
I'm asking you, who said disrespectful?
It's mad
I said that's
disrespectful, boy. You bro, you
Shut
been
the fuck up.
disrespectful.
Now he's talking shit to the other women too.
He can tell these ladies to shut the fuck up.
One of them said, "Hey, you being disrespectful."
As a man,
Academics is a bitch. Yeah.
all I'm
Stop
saying
Oh.
Stop. Yo, my nigga done fuck you, nigga, like in the Airbnb. Get the fuck on out. Stop playing with me.
Actually, you
Shorty,
should
shorty, shorty,
you should know
shorty,
him enough to know he's fucking cap.
shorty,
Cancel
stop
him.
playing.
To know he's
Cancel
fucking
Stop playing.
him.
Get over here. Stop playing.
One chick's about to. That's what Fresh and Fit's gimmick is when girls walk out. So yeah. But I don't blame her for walking out on that one with academics.
You just like to
I'm
disrespect a
I'm
woman
talking
like
facts,
that.
nigga.
No,
Talking facts, nigga. I'm talking facts,
Fucking
nigga.
disrespectful.
I'm talking facts, nigga.
Just lame niggas.
He's about to go off like a motherfucking. I just want to make fun of him going off. Then
but
I'm
you're
gonna turn
so
this.
lame.
I'm
Like
talking
that.
facts, nigga.
You not nigga.
Let somebody say something. I'm talking facts, nigga.
Happy nigga. You want happy?
Nigga, my boy fucked you in the Airbnb that I rented, nigga. That I paid, nigga. That I paid the whole money. Don't come over here talking that shit. All that cap you been doing on all motherfucking Fresh and Fit. Big Ack is here now.
Oh yeah.
Big Ack is here now.
Hey, the bass. Okay, you talk about her having bass. You have no bass in your voice. Like no bass in your voice at all. It's like me yelling, no bass in your voice.
That's not, I just want to get to the Big Ack is here part. Big Ack is here now. I'm
Okay,
talking.
first of all, like I said, like as a man, you would not have said none of that shit because, like I said, I'm a married woman, and let somebody say something out of pocket to me, and my husband saying right there, we might have a Will Smith moment. We might have a Will Smith. That's all I'm saying. We may have that if you say something disrespectful.
or be like Ice Cube and when Remy was talking to him and
there you go.
would say shit because I whoop your ass.
I'll whoop your ass.
How you feel if I blasted my music while you were studying? I wouldn't feel shit because I whip your
I'll
ass.
whoop your ass.
Yeah, Remy just had to move out. There was no comeback for that shit. So, yeah.
But my whole thing is, why were you?
Academics is a bitch. That's the point.
Why were you obsessing about that girl? Like, I mean, her voice just sounded like a regular. It wasn't like
He was
she
trying
didn't
to
sound-
roast her, and then when she roast, but here's what's even funnier about it. Yeah, she can't do nothing about having a deep voice. You can
Right.
lose weight, so you fat by choice. It's like it's like her like having a deep voice. Like that's you can't do nothing about that.
It didn't sound like Melvin from the Temptations. It didn't sound like that. You know, when I think about deep, I think about
Merry Christmas.
Christmas. I think about that or Barry. She just like Barry White. You know, Isaac Hayes. She didn't
He
sound
just
like that.
wasn't a soprano. That's like, and he just
Right.
for whatever reason he said she sounded like Pop Smoke and all that. He was like,
No, she didn't.
and she
Like
was
it's several women who have deep. Like B. Arthur had a great career. She had a deep voice.
Tony Braxton got a
Yeah,
deep voice.
Tony Braxton's voice is very deep because like she makes it sound lighter in interviews, but when she talked in her real speaking voice,
So she got a deep voice.
like Tony's voice is very deep because she's like I might scare you if I talk in my real voice. She's like I might scare you a little bit, but you can't help if you have a deep voice. Isabel Sanford had a deep voice. Eloise Wheezy from Jefferson's, yeah.
Mhm.
But it's like you can't, like you said, you can't help if you have like a deep voice, but. He was just really like that's such a whack thing to do. Well, I got more money than you. You
Once he
should-
started going after his wife,
You're a famous DJ.
he's like, "Yeah, I bet you a man ain't rich." He's like, "I don't care. He can fuck me better than you." It's like-
You should have money because you've been a DJ for how long? You should have, and then
you
you're
you got a hot podcast too. So like, what?
You should have money,
What?
as you should. If you don't have money, it's a problem because that means that you're not handling your business. If you don't have money, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Big Ack is here. I'm talking.
I wish he would. Like
As a man, I don't argue with women like that. You kind of a bitch.
And then the way he was just come like when men like really go catty and really try to gut like I feel a type of way about that too. When men try to go really gut punch into like ladies, I get really. It makes me look at you as you're less of a man when you do stuff like that to me. In my opinion, I think you're less of a man when you do things like that.
Academics is a lame with money. So.
He is very much so because we all know what it is. money doesn't make you better. It just enhances who you were. So if you were a giving person and you were very like humanitarian, you're just going to be more of a humanitarian if you have money. If you was a lame, you're just going to be a lame dude with money.
Big Ack is here.
If you're a drug user, you're going to be the best drug because like you got all this money now.
Yeah.
So
You're a crackhead, now you just got the good drugs. Yeah.
right. If you were a playboy, you just going to be a higher one because like I said, we see broke dudes who get chicks.
Yeah.
We see dudes who live in their mom's basement.
We know broke dudes who get chicks.
Who live in their mom's basement, who have no jobs and they have ladies. But if you got money, it just makes you, now you got Instagram models.
Yeah, the quality just goes
You
up.
got Instagram models now.
But before it was like hood
They on the block.
hood rats, yeah. Now you might have better looking women, but that's what you did anyway when you were broke.
Right. You have ladies now.
Yeah.
You just have, like I said, the Instagram models. But dude
Yeah.
is a lame though.
I had to
Yeah.
roast academics on that. I was like, we got to talk about his ass.
He's such a lame.
What you got, kid?
Oh, do we want to touch this opening week of the NBA? We have opening week.
Why the hell not? Yeah, we can talk a little basketball.
Banana, banana. Yes, so basketball is officially back.
Mm.
Back. It's been long, it felt like, because I'm a basketball junkie.
I guess because it seemed like it went by pretty quick to me the off season, but
I'm always waiting. Like me, I'm like this.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting. Like I like football, but
like
basketball.
the Warriors just won the title to me, so it went by pretty quick to me. So that seemed like that just happened, but yeah, that was like some months back now. Yeah.
But I was ready, and opening day was a good one. They had Philadelphia and
Boston.
and then they had the Lakers and
Boston is putting it back together after
Warriors on opening day.
scandal and shit. They putting it back together.
Yeah.
Warriors had ring night, washed the Lakers and shit. Right now, the Lakers like their season, like it's early. I don't believe in throwing in the towel. It's early, but right now it's all about LeBron breaking Kareem's record. That's what like they got to look forward to because the Lakers aren't good.
They're not very
I know it's early. Anything can happen because like Boston wasn't that good a year ago at this time, and they ended up making the finals. Like they turned it around this season. Like yeah, like after the All-Star break, Boston just started firing. But
They
like
just went on tear.
yeah, but when the season started last year, they were
I
like
don't know what Ime said to them.
it wasn't that good. Yeah, so
I don't know what Ime said to them after the All-Star break, but they had going. They were like a well-oiled machine the second half of the
they
season.
made a few like small trades to like fill their bench out, so like stuff like that helps. But yeah, the Lakers not good. Yeah,
I'm not laughing at the Lakers.
but yeah, at least they got that. Yeah, will LeBron break Kareem's record? They got that to look for.
And then LeBron, Bronny finishes school this year, so let's try to get him.
And Bronny already he signed with Nike. You saw that, so like yeah,
I saw that.
his father signed to get. And LeBron talks about how like but 20 years ago at this time, he was like signing with
He was
Nike.
doing this year.
Yeah.
Complete circle. So
Now,
one
like,
thing LeBron going to do is make sure the people around him are going to be set financially for life. That's one thing he's going to do with his people around him. Make sure that if I eat, my whole crew, everybody, we all eating. And we all going to know how to eat. We all going to know how to grow our food. We going to all know how to make it. Ain't going to be just one person holding on like, yeah, we all holding on to him and LeBron. Like everybody's like this on LeBron. Nope, he knows how to make sure everybody around him knows how to make their money.
but right now, early on, even though we are not even a weekend, it's like it looks like the Lakers are gonna repeat. Early on, they the front runners to like repeat. Right?
Oh, the Warriors.
The Warriors, you know what I mean? It looks like early on the Warriors are gonna repeat. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
they look pretty.
Lakers ain't winning shit. Yeah, like
They look pretty dominant. Yeah.
Golden State is gonna repeat. Like early on, they look, hey.
And they've worked out their difference. Jordan Poole got his money, which we knew he would. And it looks like they're making it work, that they're playing. They're making it work.
They squashed it. Sometimes like
Watch it, yeah.
team fights, like we had we had two of them, two very famous examples that happened here in Chicago. The first one was Michael Jordan and Steve Kerr. Obviously, they worked that out. They squashed it. And then the lesser famous one happened years later with Bobby Portis and what's the name, Nico Mirotic. Like, yeah, that was like, and like those
To
guys.
be fair, that wasn't a fight.
Both of them ended up getting traded. It's like we've seen both sides of it. One side where it worked out, the other side where they traded both guys. So
It wasn't a fight though. The Bobby Portis one wasn't a fight. He wasn't that wasn't a fight.
What? This is not the Warriors' first fight. Yeah, we all remember Latrell Sprewell and PJ Carlesimo back in the 90s. We remember that shit. So Warriors have had fights too, like this one involving a coach. It's like,
Choked out the damn coach.
yeah, they said, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. Yeah. So obviously they had to trade his ass. It's like, yeah, they got him the fuck
You
out
can't choke your coach and
threaten
Yeah.
to kill him. And
you can't do that. You can't choke out the coach. Just yikes.
so it's not the first Golden State fight.
But the Warriors are looking pretty damn dominant. Boston's actually looking like they're holding their own.
I said they figured it out after the
Despite the
scandal, which I'm not
sudden
gonna talk
change.
about. Yeah.
Because like to just find out a week before we go back, it's like, okay, now our coach ain't here. Like what? It's like they felt like the week before. Like, okay, now what?
Yeah.
It was like that. The Bulls had a good opening night against Miami because one thing that they had that they couldn't do last season was they couldn't beat top tier teams.
Yeah.
They just couldn't do it last year. It was just like, so when they came out and beat them convincingly in Miami, I was like, okay.
No
And
Zach.
then game 2, they fell a little short. And I was like, okay. But then game 3 was a blowout. I was like, oh my gosh. I think that they just need to just settle down and work out their chemistry because
Zach LaVine missed a couple of games too. So that's
Zach missed the first 2 games.
that's not good either. Yeah, he missed a couple.
Yeah.
So you need consistency. Yeah.
You need consistency.
Gotta have your best player on the floor. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Pat Will, I want him to just get going because he's just passive. I don't know, like he's just passive.
Yeah, he's still young, but when do you throw in the towel on a player?
It's like he had, and the thing is, it's frustrating that he has the goods, he has the tools, but it's like he doesn't want to use his tools. It's like
I think he's only like 21, but when do you throw in the towel on a guy?
now's the time to really show off your skill set. This is year 3. This isn't year 1. This isn't year 2. You're in year 3, so you need to be.
And they giving you the keys, like like you're a starter and shit. Yeah,
You gotta be showing it.
They trying to make the situation as comfortable as they can for you. So it's up to you now. You're the one that's fumbling this shit.
I'm liking Io's confidence now because Io is playing with a lot of confidence. I'm liking Io's confidence. I'm liking his. That he's taking more about that leadership role. As the point guard, your job is to get the points. You're the point guard. So it's like you gotta take that lead, be that floor general. So like, he was not passing, like I said, like on times when it's like, if it's a shot that like you see that that you have a better shot, but am I going to pass it to give somebody who has a good shot? You take that shot. You don't pass it, you take that. Like you got the open look, take that shot. Don't pass it and then commit a turnover. Don't do that. So I'm liking that Iowa's having more confidence in himself. I'm liking that, but they gotta get some cohesion. Like I said, like, people missing. Like we know we're out for Lonzo being out. We don't know how long Lonzo's going to be gone. We don't know.
Expecting till 2020.
Christmas.
Yeah, so
I say early as Christmas.
Year I'm expecting. Yeah.
I say at the absolute earliest is Christmas, like around Christmas. That's why I say. So he's going to be out for a while. So you need to get it together and develop that that chemistry. I mean, like Golden State, we know obviously they have great chemistry because like their core has been together for years. So they have that chemistry that you can't buy because if you've been playing with somebody for years, you got that built in.
Positives. DeRozan looks good.
Mhm.
Vooch looked good.
Vooch looked good, yeah.
That's the positives. Yeah, Io's figuring it out.
Mhm.
Zach, he missed some games, so yeah, his he got to get his rhythm down.
Conditioning back, yeah.
Rhythm, yeah.
Which McCall is a good pickup. I like Drummond as our
Drummond,
backup center
not bad. Yeah.
because he was crashing the glass. Because that's what we were getting bodied on.
Drummond is. That's why they brought him here. Drummond.
We were getting bodied on that. Like when Vooch goes out, it's like now who's going to crash the boards? And as much as I like Javonte Green, like I love Javonte Green, but he's just undersized. He's small. He played. He
led the league in rebounds before he became a bench player. When he was a starter, like in Detroit. Oh yeah,
Drummond was that dude.
He was like, that's what he does. He's a rebounder.
Mm-hmm. So I like that he's here to like, like we don't have to miss rebounding now when Vooch goes out. He can pick that slack up.
Well, Vooch and DeRozan have probably been the two best players. DeRozan and Vooch, and that, DeRozan and Vooch. Early stretch.
They've looked consistent. They've looked good.
Dragic had a hot opener, and then not so hot next. So he's like, that opener, he looked very good. Though.
Yeah, and it could have been part of it because he's playing against his old team. Because we always know when you play against your old team, you want to,
especially when they chose Kyle Lowry over you. You got something.
Yeah, you want to show them this is what you missing.
I just led y'all to a finals, and y'all gonna trade me. It's like, because he was a starting point when they went to the finals in the bubble. Yeah. Then they traded him for Kyle Lowry.
Lowry.
You have a chip on your shoulder over there.
Mm-hmm. I think Dragic could serve a good, like I said, once like Lonzo gets back and all that. I think that Dragic is going to be a good, like, third, that type of.
I still think
third string,
White gets traded because they got a lot of guards. Like
they do got a lot of guards.
I think, Kobe White probably gets, because he didn't sign an extension, so
he probably gets traded.
I think he gets traded because they got a lot of guards. Unless they're gonna cut somebody, I don't see them cutting anybody. They're not gonna cut Dragic. Who would they cut? It's like, I think they got a lot of guards.
A lot of guards, yeah.
So they might trade him once Lonzo is fully healthy. And that's about it for me, unless you got anything else.
For me as well.
And a quick take about Young Jock accidentally ate.
Oh yeah.
$1,800 to the wrong number, and now he's trying to get the money back. Like
he said, do the right thing, send the money back. So let's ask that. So let me ask you that. If you got a Cash App, Zelle, whatever, Venmo, whatever your choice of electronic payment is, if you got an $1,800 payment from a number you didn't recognize, and then they text you like, oh shit, I did the wrong number. Can you send that back to me? Would you send it back?
What, $1,800? What money? I didn't receive any money. I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop.
My story, and I'm sticking to it. I would never receive any money by accident. So there you go. Like, what money? I ain't getting no money.
Because obviously the person he sent the $1,800, they really needed it. So
okay.
But it's like that's why they ask you on Zelle, ensure that you're sending it to the right. They like before you hit confirm, like they do ask you that. Are you sure you're sending? If they ask you, and even Zelle has where you can like with your bank. It's like if you like type in a number or whatever, then it shows like which numbers in your contacts do have the Zelle. They have like the little dollar sign by their name. It does show that when you look in your banking app, it does do that. It will do that for you. Like it shows your contact who has a Zelle things. You gotta be very careful because in these times, like I don't think a lot of people would give that back. I'm just saying, like. And it's not like a moral police thing, but I just think a lot of people just wouldn't because they'll be like, well, this is my ghetto blessing. I'm not going to look past my ghetto blessing. I think a lot of people would just view it as a ghetto blessing. That's what
me personally, the real answer, like that was the joke answer I said at first. The real answer, like I'm paranoid and suspicious, so I don't think it's a setup. I probably would not accept it.
I would send it back. Because I don't want that
suspicious about shit. Is like
I just don't want feng shui on me.
Nobody sends money to somebody for nothing, so I would assume it was a setup that you were trying to set me up and shit. That's how my mind works. It's like somebody's trying to set me up to say I stole their money. Like I would assume I was being set up. So But another quick take, I forgot to mention this earlier when we were talking about Kanye, and then we wrap. Yeah. Well, you think about that. You saw this meme, right? Tucker Carlson, Piers Morgan, and Nori
Nori, okay, I'm at the super thug.
all three interviewed Kanye, but only the super Doug apologized. So we all know why that was, and it wasn't because of George Floyd. And I'm not gonna say the
What?
Because a drink champ, he went on the apology tour. He went on Breakfast Club. He went on Hot 97. He, like how Nick Cannon did back in the day too. Like, yeah, like back a couple of years ago. There now Nori is. I want to apologize for having Kanye. I didn't see Tucker Carlson apologize.
No, he's not.
The white man ain't gotta apologize.
Yeah, privilege. Called privilege.
And because what he's which I won't say like who he said is who he said really runs black culture and is not black people. I won't say it, but you know what time it is.
We do.
And it does rhyme with do, we do. Let's wrap it up before I say too much. Yeah. Not another damn podcast episode. I don't even matter anymore. 282. 282 also reminds me 282. It rhymes with the word too that I won't say. Definitely appreciate you supporting out another damn podcast. Hopefully it's not the final episode, but if it is, we'll be back again. Give us a like. Also subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms. Some Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What up, Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
YouTube and your Amazon Alexa devices. Also follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. You know what it is.
And you can check me out at MSIMA8626 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also SCR8GULLEY1 on Twitter. SCR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
Well, I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.